Lisa Broyles with Way to Health MD, and this video is titled The First Vaccine. I wanted to just briefly expound on the history of why we developed vaccines in the first place and why. So back in the 18th century, we had over 400,000 Europeans dying of smallpox. Those that survived had up to a 50% chance of being blind or having horrible mutilation on their skin from the smallpox, or deafness or other kinds of debilitative side effects, long-term consequences if they survived. And only about 50% of people that developed smallpox during that time did survive. So a small country doctor, Dr. Edward Jenner, was sitting around listening to his farmers and discovered that the farmers figured out that the milkmaids that got cowpox from milking the cows never got smallpox. So he found this so intriguing that he actually scraped some of the pus off of a cowpox on a milkmaid at his farm, and he scratched the arm of an 8-year-old boy, the son of his gardener, and put the cowpox fluid in the scratch of the little boy and gave the little boy cowpox. The little boy recovered because cowpox was a mild illness. And then he exposed the boy to cowpox again and found that the boy did not get it. Not only that, but those that got cowpox didn't get smallpox. So Dr. Jenner went on to give samples of his vaccine to other prominent physicians, both in the UK, Great Britain at that time, and the US. So he wrote to multiple fathers of the American nation, and notably Dr. Thomas Jefferson. Dr. Thomas Jefferson actually believed in the power of this vaccine that Dr. Jenner had created, and started the first Institute for Vaccination here in the United States during his presidency. So pretty cool, but he did that to help pave the way for our soldiers and our American citizens to receive a smallpox vaccine that, albeit was much rougher than vaccines today, the smallpox vaccine did save many, many lives. And unfortunately, history did show that Native Americans who had no immunity to smallpox succumbed in numbers even higher than 50%. So this was definitely a huge health crisis at the time, and inventing the vaccine did save lives. So in 1980, the World Health Organization announced that smallpox had been eradicated, meaning that we don't have any more outbreaks of it anywhere in the world, but there are still some vials of it that are owned by countries for possible biological warfare in the future. Scary thought now that none of us are no longer vaccinated. But that's just a brief introduction to why we created vaccines in the first place. We created them to save lives. They have saved lives. And in the next few videos, I'll talk about where we are today and my position on vaccines for some, but not for others, and my position on how many vaccines that we give young children so close together and what that could mean for their health as well. Thank you.